Still at the National Assembly, the House of Representatives is seeking urgent and proactive actions to address the power situation at the University College Hospital, Ibadan. The resolution comes after months of darkness at the hospital due to accumulated deaths. National Assembly correspondent Doke Adisa again reports.
The University College Hospital in Ibadan, Oyo State, has been without electricity for almost 3 months due to disconnection by the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company as a result of accumulated debts running into 495 million naira. Relatives of patients who can afford it now bring power generating sets to the hospital to fast-track the needed medical attention. A consent donor also gifted the hospital a high power generating set to aid its services.
As well as emotional distress.
Ogun State lawmaker Folabi Afuakpe describes the situation as pathetic and embarrassing. He wants the authorities to address the challenges in the health sector and reduce medical tourism in the country. Although the Minister of Powers intervened in the matter, the House still sends an invitation to him and his health counterpart, as well as the Chief Medical Director of the hospital, for update on the situation.
That the situation has taken toll of the psychological and emotional well-being of Nigerians, eroding trust in the government ability to provide basic services. The House has been resolved to urge federal government declare a state of emergency in the health sector, especially addressing the critical situation at the University of Collecge Hospital, Ibadan.
Another motion of urgent national importance is a call on the Inspector General of Police, Kaode Egbetokun, to ensure adequate security to end killings, banditry, and kidnappings in most parts of Owerri West and North in Owerri Federal Constituency of Imo State.
The House is worried that these attacks have escalated in recent years, leading to humanitarian crisis and posing serious and endemic threats to national security. It is unacceptable that constituents, particularly in Owerri West and Owerri North, live in fear of violent attacks.
Outside the chambers, the House Committee on Science and Engineering is seeking enhanced partnership between Nigeria and Taiwan in fields such as technology and science engineering.
Collaborating with the friendship group and the embassy,
yes, of course,
will give us the power to make our recommendations on the floor with the view to present to the government.
Anything concerned about technology, industrial development, and bilateral negotiation of agriculture, mining, and energy can move forward.
Both parties reinforce the vital role of technology in shaping modern economies. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
Now to some updates from the situation in UCH. After about 4 months of total blackouts at the University College Hospital in Ibadan, electricity has finally been restored to the hospital. TVC News learned from a source at the hospital that power supply was finally restored around 6 p.m. today to the clinical areas alone, while residential and commercial areas were left out. This development is coming after the intervention of the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, on the matter a few days ago, leading to the IBEDC agreeing to reconnect power back to the hospital. Our senior reporter, Olaide Oyewole, who has been monitoring the power situation at the University College Hospital Ibadan, joins me now. Olaide, what is the situation now? Help us understand this restoration of power to some part of UCH.
The IBEDC has finally said, let there be light at UCH, and there is now light at UCH. However, not all sections of the hospital now still has light. That is majorly because there is what is called soaking, because the transformer there has not been in use for about 4 months. So they need to power. It will not be in full capacity. It will not work in full capacity now. So they need to put power in it gradually. That is why the whole hospital does not have lights now, just for the places where they are needed, like the laboratories and other parts where medical services will be rendered. So this is a good news, and we hope that with this good news, the UCH and the federal government, they will be able to implement the long-term plan that they agreed upon yesterday, that they were going to ensure that all those who are using light indiscriminately at the UCH will be monitored, and they will ensure that there is no accumulated power usage. And so that is what is on ground for now.
All right, Olaide, but let's quickly flash back to the last 3 months. You know, how has the situation been? Because we hear people were carrying power generating sets to UCH to support patients. Were there any lives lost due to the power outage?
So far, we did not hear that lives were lost. But of course, it is going to affect medical services because some of the medical services that were supposed to be carried out there were not carried out. They were carried out outside the hospital, like conducting laboratory tests. They would have to carry their, they would have to go and do the test outside and bring the test back to. Because of the alternative power sources that has been on ground, they've been using them to power some of these places, like the theaters and all of that, and it has been helping. But it has not been really helping them in carrying out some major things at the university. But now that power has been fully restored, we hope that this is going to help them function in full capacity, like the theaters and laboratories. All of those tests that were supposed to be carried out will now be carried out in full capacity.
All right, then. As senior reporter, Olaide Oyewole,